Hello friends, welcome to Shiksharthi. In this video, we'll be discussing factors and multiples under the head of numbers. So let's start. So if you recall my earlier video on the same topic wherein we were talking about the total number of factors of a given number, the total number of prime factors of a given number, total number of composite factors of a given number, this video is in continuation to the same. Okay. So now we have already talked about all these points. We are talking about point number 1 to point number 8 that we had written, and now it is time to discuss this in detail. Though we have already discussed this on the surface level, but now we'll be discussing this in detail with the help of two more examples. Okay, one example that I'm going to take here would be a relatively smaller example, and the next example that I would be taking here would be a larger one, and then we'll take it to our next level. So now, starting off with 30. Now we know if the given number is 30 and I have to write it in this format. This format is, I have to write 30 as a product of its prime factors raised to their respective powers, right? So in that case, 30 can be written as 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 1. And then what I have done here is, I have written all the possible factors of this number. This is, though the number is small in magnitude, so I can think of writing down all the possible factors. Had the number been greater, I cannot even think of writing all the factors because I do not even know as to whether this is a factor of the given number or not. Okay, so now if I have to write down PF, here is the total number of prime factors of 30. How many prime factors of 30? 2, 3 and 5, right? So there are 3 prime factors. Now, how many non-prime and non-composite factors of 30? Only 1, and that number is factor 1. Now 1 is a factor to any given number, any given natural number or an integer. Okay. Now if I have to find out the composite factors of 30, since I know the count here, I can write down. So what is the total count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The total number of factors are 8. Subtracting 3 from it becomes 5, and then subtracting 1 again gives me 4. Second thing is, we will talk about the total factors of 30. So the total factors of 30, if I am unable to write down all the factors of 30, I have a formula or I have a concept in place which can help me to find out the total number of factors of a given number if I have resolved that number into its prime factors raised to their respective powers. Okay, so now in this case, what will I do? 1, what is the value of A here? 1. What is the value of B here? 1. What is the value of C? Again 1. So I can say this is 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. So the total number of factors that you would get for this number are 8. So in any case, this justifies your answer. Now the next thing which comes up here is, what are the total number of even factors of 30? So we had learnt a method in the earlier video. I would ask you to subscribe to that method only, and the method here is, I know that all even numbers are divisible by 2. So can I write 30 as 2 into 3 into 5? And then the number that I have written inside the parenthesis is number 15. If I find out the total number of factors of 15, which is just like saying 1 plus 1, which is 2, and 1 plus 1, which is 2. Now 2 into 2, 4. So I will get the count of all even factors of the given number. And the count comes out to be how much? 4. Another way here was, I can find out the total number of odd factors first and then subtract it from the total number of factors to get the count of total number of even factors. So if I have to find out the total number of odd factors of 30, what I can do here is, I can put my hand on 2. Now why am I putting my hand on 2 or powers of 2? Because I know that odd numbers are not multiples of 2. So you have to remove all the 2's. Now removing all the 2's means that you have to remove all the possible powers of 2 from that number. So which is why I'll put my hand on 2 and I'll assume that the number here is 15 only, which is 3 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 1, and then apply the same rule that we had discussed here. So if somebody had asked me to find the total number of factors of 15, what will I do? I'll write it as 3 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 1, and the total number of factors come out to be 4. So once you have found out the total number of odd factors and you know the total number of even factors, you could have subtracted it from there to get the total number of even factors. Okay. Next point here is what is the divisibility rule for 30? So as discussed in the earlier video also, the divisibility rule has to be decided by, now this is the dividend. So here the dividend is 30. This has to be written as a product of two numbers, such that one of them is the divisor and the other one is the quotient. So in how many ways can I write this as a product of two numbers? So it is just like talking about point number 5. So what are the total number of factors here? 8. And we had discussed in the earlier video that the number of ways in which a number can be written as a product of two natural numbers is total number of factors divided by 2. Right? Okay. So now in this case, can I say I'll get 4 such cases here? Now what are those 4 such cases? 1 into 30, followed by 2 into 15, followed by 3 into 10, followed by 6 into 5. That means what is the divisibility rule for 30? A number which is divisible by 1 and 30. Does not make sense. But a number which is divisible by 2 and 15 makes sense. A number which is divisible by 3 and 10 is a number which is divisible by 30. Makes sense. A number which is divisible by 6 and 5 is the divisibility rule for 30. Makes sense. And then you can always take it forward. Right? Now, the remaining cases, you can discuss it yourself, as we had discussed it in the earlier video. In how many ways can I write 30 as a product of two integers? Now, we know that the answer has to be how much? The answer has to be 8 ways, because I know a positive number can be written as a product of two positive numbers or as a product of two negative numbers. Okay, now this I am taking, number 36, I am taking it as a special case. Why am I taking it as a special case? To discuss point number 5. Okay, so now if I were to find out the total number of factors of 36, what are the total number of factors of 36? 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 into 3, 9. So the total number of factors of 36 are 9. How many even factors and how many odd factors? That you can always find it out. You already know the method now. Okay, but the point here is, in how many ways can 36 be written as a product of two natural numbers? One is I write it down, another is I have a formula in place, and the formula says a number 36 can be written as a product of two natural numbers in how many ways? Total number of factors of 36 plus 1 divided by 2. This is 5 ways. Now, which are these 5 ways? Let us try and relate. So, can I say 36 can be written as 1 into 36? Yes. 2 into 18? Yes. 3 into 12? Yes. 4 into 9? Yes. And 6 into 6. Now, why am I adding this one case here? The reason here is because you are getting the total number of factors as an odd number. In all the remaining cases which are written on this board, you will get the total number of factors as an even number. Why is this happening? This is happening because whenever you take a number which is a perfect square, you will see that the total number of factors of a perfect square will always give you an odd number. Right? Okay. So I hope you understood this. Similarly, if I had to write it down as a product of two integers, there you need to find out. Now, there you need to find out if I am able to, if I have to write it down as a product of two integers, is this correct? The thing that we had discussed in the earlier video. So this is one way. The next is what? I can write it down as minus 1 into minus 36, minus 2 into minus 18, minus 3 into minus 12, minus 4 into minus 9, minus 6 into minus 6. So how many ways did we get? We got 10 ways. We got the answer as 10 ways. So can I remove this for this and just write it as what? Total number of factors plus 1. I repeat, finally, the number of ways in which a number can be written as a product of two natural numbers is either total number of factors divided by 2 or total number of factors of the given number plus 1 divided by 2. Why is this happening? If the total number of factors was an even number, you simply divide it by 2. If the total number of factors of a given number were odd, then you add 1 and then you divide it by 2. But if you had to write a number as a product of two integers, in that case, the total number of ways in which a number can be written as a product of two integers, in this case, in the cases wherein the given number is positive, for example, we took a number as 36, will be what? Will be either total number of factors of a given number, if the total number of factors are even, or you say what? Total number of factors of the given number plus 1, if the total number of factors are odd. And the answers are there before you. So these are 10 ways in which you had written it down. And how do we get this? This is just like saying twice of this makes you get this, and this is just like saying twice of this which makes you get this. Right? As a homework, as an assignment for today, for this session, I'm giving you a number like 1296 and all these questions, they remain the same. What are the total number of questions here? The total number of questions are question number 1 to question number 8. You have to find out all these answers. And where will you put it? You will put it in the comment section. If you feel that this video has been really informative, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have already done so, click on the bell icon and select all so that you receive updates from us regularly. Thank you so much. Until next we meet. Goodbye.